Hey guys, Mrs. Talk Techie here, and this is our June monthly TechBuzz newsletter. And I've decided to start doing these quick video tutorials just to kind of navigate you through the actual newsletter. You can find a copy of this hyperlinked document in the description below. I do recommend you grab a copy for yourself because it is hyperlinked. Everything I have here, all the resources I have are hyperlinked and you can easily access them. So let's get started. The first one I want to talk about is Casey Bell. She is our tech trailblazer of the month. And Casey Bell is really an innovative influencer in the tech education world. She is a Google innovator. She has a book called Shake Up Learning. I highly recommend it. It is such a good read. You can find it on Amazon. If you click on the book there, it'll link you directly to Amazon. So if you want to grab a copy of your own. If you also want to connect with her through her social media platforms, you have Facebook, which is, if you click on it, it'll directly link you there. YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, her Twitter, and of course her actual website. And in her website, I do recommend you kind of scrolling through that and taking a look at all the things she has to offer. She has a wealth of information and knowledge. So let's move on to right underneath that, you see an iPad. And what I figured out was a quick hack on how to do a side-by-side video screen recording of your iPad. So it's basically screencasting. Just like you see myself right now, you have the picture of me within my actual screen, right? Well, unfortunately, that's kind of like picture in picture, right? Well, unfortunately, on the iPad, you can't do that. Some people use Screencastify, others use software like Camtasia, which is what I'm using right now. But you can't do that on the iPad. But I know that there's a lot of teachers who love working off of their iPad and want a quick and easy way to create a screencast. So I figured out a way, I like to call it MacGyvering it, where you can do a side-by-side. You can pull up your Google Slides presentation and then you can put yourself next to it, actually providing instruction to your kiddos. So if you're interested, if you click on the iPad, it'll take you directly to that YouTube tutorial. And it's really short, guys, so I do recommend you checking it out. Underneath that, if you haven't already heard about the Bitmoji craze, I did this fun activity that was adapted from someone that shared it on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, which is Bitmoji Craze for Educators. And I did get this from there, but it had already been passed along, so I do not know who the original author is, but whoever it is and you're out there, thank you so much for sharing. I do want to take you to it because if you notice there is a bit.ly next to it. If you click on that bit.ly, it's going to take you to make a template of this, what I have. And let me show you what exactly it's going to take you to so that you kind of get the idea of how it works. So this is what it's going to take you to. What we created is we created an assignment, an end of the year assignment, where I gathered all the teachers' Bitmojis, as many as we could gather, and we put them in a Where's Waldo situation. So this is our final product, and we had over 56 teachers participate in this activity. So I believe it was extremely successful. And then I said, well, what else? Are we just going to share it out and the kids are just kind of going to look at it? How do we make it interactive? How do we make it a little more innovative? And so that our kids still complete something during that last week of remote learning. So what we did is I created this Google Slides presentation. I added a little video that explains to the kids what to do in this activity. Here, we put the teachers' names, and then it says you can highlight the name of the teacher once you find them here below. Or you can add this shape over every teacher you find, just make a copy. So you click on this one, on the actual shape, and you just copy, Control-C, and paste, and then you start putting them over all the teachers that you find. So it was just a neat, quick activity for the kids, something fun. I know that a lot of our teachers did do it, and the feedback I got was that the kids did enjoy it. And it makes things fun and relevant, especially during this time of remote learning. So Just FYI, what are some things that I use to make this easier to accomplish? I used an app called Photo Circle, and Photo Circle is basically where you share albums. You're able to share pictures. And so I created a Photo Circle, and I'm able to share the link, and I shared it to all my teachers. And when my teachers opened it up, they were able to upload their Bitmoji there. And so at the end of it, I had all the Bitmojis in one album, and I didn't have to go find them or them get emailed separately. And so I do recommend the Photo Circle. If you're doing something at school, if you have an event, if you have your awards assembly or something, and all these teachers and everyone's taking pictures and you want to compile them, maybe you're the school yearbook teacher and you want them to share those photos with you, this is a really cool way to go about doing that, and so that everybody can bring those in if you're doing videos for the end of the year or whatever it may be. So I do recommend it, and it works on both platforms. Once you do gather those Bitmojis, you're going to notice that they do have a background to it. So there is remove.bg. This is a site, and you can easily upload those images and it'll remove the background. And you can do it all from your desktop, so that as soon as you do that, then you can add it to this one. The last one right here, guys, slide 6, is the one where you won't be able to mess with slide 3 because I did that separately, and it's like an actual picture. The whole thing is a picture. But slide 6 is the original one that was shared on Facebook. So you can actually go ahead and grab these, delete them, and replace them. I deleted some of them and replaced them with our teachers, but because I did want it to look really saturated, I left some of the original ones there. So those are just pointers and tips if you guys want to do something like that. Other people started to do different scenes and scenery, so it's up to you. I hope you guys like that. Let's move on. The next one, if you notice, I have my best friend and colleague, 𝕋𝕖𝕨𝕦𝕫𝕫 here, and she made a video that is all about cleaning up your Google Classroom now that we're done with remote learning or school in general. What are some things that you can do to clean up your Google Classroom? And so if you click on this link right here, this image right here, it'll take you directly to her YouTube video. It's a short video. I suggest you watch it so that you know what you like. Do you want to archive a class? Do you want to delete a class? Why would you want to do one over the other? So check it out. On top of that, I have a Flipgrid Shorts. And what I love about Flipgrid Shorts is that they provide a quick video that you can share on different platforms. So if you scan this one, guys, or I've also made it linked, so if you click on this as well, you'll be able to see what I mean by Flipgrid Shorts and why I believe they're really, really important. Okay, guys, you can easily make videos, like I said, on Screencastify or just on your computer and then upload it to your drive. But there's a lot of extra steps there that you have to do. Flipgrid Shorts makes it so easy. You just grab the link afterwards and share it out. Or they also have Google Classroom integration, Microsoft Teams integration, Remind. They have an embed code. That means you can put it on a Google Sites. You can put it on a website. So check that one out. Again, if you click on this one, it'll take you directly to this actual Flipgrid Short. Or if you scan it, then you can see it like that as well. Next, we have Padlet, and Padlet is a virtual bulletin board. And I'm going to show you right now in a bit what it looks like. But before that, you see where it says teachers and parents? Those are YouTube tutorials on how teachers can use Padlet to enhance teaching and learning, and how parents can help facilitate that on their end, especially for remote learning. If you don't have an LMS, a learning management system at this time, and you need some type of organization when it comes to your kids submitting their work, Padlet is an amazing tool that you can use. So let me take you to the website just so that you get an idea of what I mean by a virtual bulletin board. This is the Padlet website, and I have all my virtual bulletin boards here, and I use them for a lot of different ways. This is one that I recently started using to facilitate remote learning. My 5-year-old, we were submitting work to their teacher, but it was getting a little overwhelming, and I wanted something more organized, and so I started to add them here. And I just shared the link once with his teacher, and she would access it there. So this is where we were submitting all of my 5-year-old's work. So this is one way that teachers can help the remote learning process. Another one is, guys, we have, anything you want. I use binders in the classroom, and I like things to be organized with a table of contents. And if the kids don't know what we did on, a certain day for page 5, or they can easily see what page 5 should look like. So it helps you organize that. Kids can submit work if they do a project. The possibilities are endless. But if you really want to take a look, check out that tutorial I made. It talks about all the different options that you have, as well as the one for parents, how they can help you facilitate in remote learning. And finally, if you go to the bottom right-hand side, you have an extension called 𝕋𝕖𝕔𝕙𝕫𝕫. And this extension has become more useful than ever during distance learning because everyone has started creating resources and we want to share them out. But one of the headaches that we have come across is that when you share a Google Slides presentation, a doc, or even a Google form, if you don't make a copy of it, then you're going to be editing the original one, so your colleague's original document, and that becomes a bit of a headache. 𝕋𝕖𝕔𝕙𝕫𝕫 is an extension that you can add to your browser, and every time you're working on something and you want to share it out so that your colleague has their own original copy, then all you have to do is add this extension. And let me show you. I'm going to take you to my Google Chrome browser and open up a Google slide. So let's say I want to share this Where's My Bitmoji teacher. I want my teachers to have a copy of their own so that they can edit it and add their own Bitmojis and all that good stuff. So what I have is my Chrome extension up here on the top right. And when I click on it, I can click on Force Copy and then copy the link. And now when I send this link to, let's say, my team teacher, when she opens it up, it's going to force her to click on Make a Copy before she can start editing. She won't be able to do anything until she force copies, and that adds it directly to her drive. So that saves a huge headache when it comes to being able to collaborate and share your work. Preview basically shares this on present mode. They won't be able to edit anything because it's just on presentation mode and they can go through it. And there's a lot of reasons why you would want to do that. I have a couple of videos on that. Template is the same thing as force copy, except you're able to see what you're copying before you actually add it to your drive. And PDF it makes it into a PDF document. So you click on PDF and then you copy the shortened link or the original link. If you don't want the long link, then you can copy the shortened link and then share that out. So for example, I'm going to click on the template and I'm going to open the link in a new tab just so that you guys know what I'm talking about. And this is what your colleagues will get. They won't be able to do anything to it unless they click on Use Template, but they'll be able to see what this slides presentation is about, what it includes. So they get to go through it, and then Use Template will automatically add it to their drive. So really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this newsletter. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always willing to help, and I love the comments, guys. Make sure you grab your copy of it in the description below. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys, and we'll see you next time in July.